Hi guys, welcome back. So today is day 3 of my pre-op diet. So I started OptiFast on Friday the 31st of August, and it's been going okay so far. It's not too bad. Also on Friday I had my psychologist appointment and my dietitian's appointment. So the psychologist wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting that I would be talking more like as if I was going to an actual psychologist appointment, asking questions of what's happened in my past and so forth. Not really, no. This one he asked about my family. Basically, do I have a support network? Which I do. And then he went through the food psychology, which I suppose now that I think about it makes sense. So basically what he went through was why am I here? How did I get to where I am now? And, went through things like, I bet you don't eat breakfast. And I'm like, nope. And he's like, I know that you don't eat breakfast because 90% of the people that I see don't eat breakfast. And it's because he said that you're eating right up until the end and you basically got yourself into a habit. And now your body goes, okay, I don't require food at this time. I require food at this time. But you're eating bigger meals as you go through the day because your body's like, well, actually, I need more food. Feed me more. So that's why you start to snack and so forth. So what he said was, I'm going to have to retrain my body, which is, I knew that. I'm not going to lie, I knew that was what was going to happen going into this. So I have to retrain my body of when to eat. So he said you're going to have breakfast, and then 3 hours later you're going to have a snack. 3 hours later you're going to have lunch. 3 hours later you're going to have a snack. 3 hours later you're going to have dinner. And 5 meals a day. And it's about training your body when to eat and retraining it when it's going to be hungry. And he said that might take a year to retrain your body to do that after the surgery, because when you're having the surgery done, you lose 80 to 90% of your stomach, and in that part of the stomach that is removed is this hormone called ghrelin, and that is what causes hunger. So this ghrelin basically, it's a message that tells your brain, I'm hungry. And that can be caused from so many different things, not just because you are actually hungry. It can be caused from stress, from anxiety, from numerous different things that could happen throughout your life and through your day, that triggers it to go, oh, I'm hungry. And also obviously the actual hunger. But because this sits in this part of the stomach that's going to get removed, you then have to retrain your body to know when it's hungry, because your stomach's no longer going to be telling you you're hungry, but you have to eat. And after the surgery, it is really important that you eat, not constantly, but you eat regularly. And so I've been told you drink 30 minutes before, so you stop your last drink 30 minutes before you eat, and you start again 30 minutes after. Because otherwise, you're washing through the food too quickly, or you're going to have water sitting in there, you're filling food up, and that water's going to push that food back up and you're going to vomit. So we don't want to have that, obviously, as well. So, this is what he's talking about, like with the roller coaster of, the way that you normally would eat, the yo-yo dieting. Because he's like, you would go, when you go into a diet, you would, stop feeding your body as much food. And your body's like, hang on, wait. I'm supposed to get this much food. But we haven't lost half of our stomach before we have the surgery when we do these diets. So he said what happens is your metabolism starts up here and it goes down. because the metabolism slows, so that way, because the body goes into stress, and it needs to start to eat its reserves, basically. And this is where it starts to eat the fat reserves. But that's not going to help, because whereas your metabolism goes down, when you start to eat normally again, your metabolism's down here now, but you're eating back up here. So this is why when you lose weight, so you might lose 10 kilos, but you put on 12. And that's what he said, was that, you know, because the metabolism's gone down, when you start eating normally again, you'll put on back what you had before, but plus some. So that was a psychologist. It was interesting. Taught me a lot about myself. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I do. But I guess I didn't realise it until you hear it like that. So the second part to Friday was seeing the dietitian. Now that was really good. The dietitian is excellent. She's wonderful. She gave me a little book that's pre-op and post-op. So it's a little thing that tell you what you need to do, so forth. And anyway, it goes through, like, while you're on your Optifast, what you can eat, because you can still eat a little bit. So what she wants is a shake in the morning, and you can actually change it up with the other things that are on there as well. So you can eat a bar, one of the Optifast bars, soups, or desserts on there as well. I've decided to stick to the shakes because I know I like them. I have not found a place where I can just buy a sample of the soups or a bar or whatever, because I don't want to go and pay the money for a packet of the bars or a packet of the soups or a packet of the desserts, only to find out that I don't actually like them. So I was like, stick to the two shakes that I've decided that I really like from Optifast is the chocolate and the coffee. They're really nice. And what she was saying as well with the coffee one, if I wanted to, I can add a shot of coffee to it to make it more stronger, and more like an iced coffee, but it's pretty good as it is. So, but yeah. And post-operative, she's given me like what I need to do post-operative as well. I will have a meeting with her 2 weeks after my surgery. So it'll be 2 weeks after my surgery, then 4 weeks, then 6 weeks, so that I can get what I need from her for the next phases. So first 2 weeks after surgery is liquids. So she sort of in the book has told me what I can have for the liquids, and then it goes on to puree, and then soft mash. And then I'm on to more of a solid diet. And that's what the last appointment will be to sort of show me what I can have as a solid moving forward. So 2 weeks till my surgery. And yeah, so I've got one more thing to do before my surgery, other than my pre-op, obviously, pre-op diet, is to have my chest x-ray and my blood test for all, basically just a health checkup of the blood. So yeah, I did what probably most people would do before I was on my pre-op diet, and I binged. I ate everything. Basically, I sort of took it as, what am I not going to be able to eat afterwards? And I mean, they say that you can go back to eating what you were before, but just as a smaller portion. And I'm like, there's no point. If I do that, what's the point of having this surgery? Because, yeah, it's like, if I go back to having soft drink, if I go back to eating McDonald's and KFC, and we've got a Carl's Jr. now, so, you know, if I go back to eating all of that, what's the point? I mean, on an occasion, yes, of course, but not all the time. I'm really worried if I do the occasion, I may slip back into old habits, so I'm going to try and avoid it as long as possible. But obviously, if I go out to dinner with somebody, I'm not going to be able to avoid what's on that menu. So So yeah, it's you know, it is what it is. You're gonna have to deal with it. But I don't want to drink soft drink again, because this is what got me here. It's one of the biggest points of what's got me here is soft drink. So yeah, don't want to do that. So we water from here on in. And I don't like water, but I don't care. I have to get used to it. There's things that you can put in it to make it taste different, so that's, I guess, what I'll be looking at. People have told me that water can be quite heavy because it's got a very hard surface, and that's why you get this heavy feeling after you've had the surgery of drinking water. But I've got these drops to put in it. They don't taste very nice, but if it's going to be able to make me drink the water, then so be it. I've also been told that Fiji water is lighter, so it must be something to do with how they filtrate it or something like that, because it's not a sparkling water or anything like that, it's just a normal bottled water, but apparently it's lighter, so it has to be something to do with the way they filtrate it and that to bottle it. So yeah, I'll give that a go as well, but other than that, yeah, I mean, I'm on day 3 of my pre-op, so it's not too bad. I mean, I've only had headaches because I haven't drank enough water. I haven't got into the withdrawal headaches yet. I can already tell that my body's already starting to do the ketosis stuff that it's supposed to do, because you can taste it. You get this sort of, the only way I can describe it is it tastes like after you've had a diet drink, that, like, I guess that taste that you have left in your mouth after you have a diet drink. It's kind of what it tastes like. It's like an acidy type taste, like, but it's your stomach acid, because it's your stomach's eating itself basically. I was quite surprised that it happened so quickly, but I've done a diet before where your body goes into ketosis, and it wasn't the keto diet, it was the 1-2-3 diet, but it does put your body into ketosis, and I remember that taste. You don't forget that taste. Eventually, I'll need to obviously be having like breath mints and stuff like that, because it does make your breath really bad, because it's got that acid, you know, sitting in there, like bile stuff sitting there, and it's not very nice, but that's fine. I've got mints, that's cool. I'm allowed to have sugar-free mints on this, so yeah, but that's where I'm at the moment. So the next time you see me will be day before pre-op, day before, sorry, op. So I plan on showing like what I feel like the day before, and then after my surgery. So that video will be a before and after, basically. My youngest son Bailey wanted me to do that one, so that's for you, Bailey, if you're watching. So yeah, that'll be the next time that you'll see me, is at that point. But otherwise, see you later.